We are back in studio Buffet to welcome to another one of Ama Fama podcast. So today in studio we have Thabo all the way from Kolini. Let me just explain something. We are 3 hours away from Kolini. This man left his entire operation and came to speak to us here in Ama Fama. So that's why we are grateful to all the farmers that come here, to all the farmers that actually partake in Ama Fama. And also we're grateful to you guys for watching and supporting our story. So Thabo is from Yard. Hey, Yawana Yard, you know, the Yard people, hey, they think this podcast is for them. It's not. And he farms with eggs. He's an egg producer, but you know what? Let him do all the talking. Thabo, welcome.
No, Sambonani, Dumelang Oksheni. Hello to the viewers and to followers Ama Fama. Like they always know that every single morning when I wake up with gratitude, thankful for the gift of life. And that's why we are here.
Well said, my brother, well said. So let's start from the beginning, Thabo. Who is Thabo, and also why did you choose agriculture?
No, Thabo is a young man from Kolini, born and bred in Kolini. Graduate of Tshwane University of Technology. So the last time I was here in Tshwane was around 2016, 2017. So it's been a while since I came back here. And when I got a call from you to say that come up, and I was like, you know what, I need to go and step back where I come from, because of when I was studying, I never thought I would be where I am. I studied logistics management at Tshwane University of Technology. Post that, I tried being employed, but I only lasted for about a month and 2 weeks. So I only got a salary and a pro rata. And that was it. And I was like, no, let me go back home and go and find myself. So how I started with agriculture, 2014, my mom had started NPO, a non-profit organization, Eva Makoa. And when she started off very well because she had just retired from teaching. So she started with horticulture. You know how they do it. They think that agriculture is an exit program for employment. It's not.
Yeah, it's right. Only to find out there's more work.
There's more work to be done than actually taking it as a hobby. So she started off well. I started assisting her there and there with ideas, cooking and whatnot. But that was not my passion at the end. 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. Now I've resigned. I tried getting employed based on my qualification. I was like, no, I'm not ready for this. Let me just go back home. I went back home to assist my mother with her NPO, non-profit organization, by the way. So at the time when I took that decision, the business partner had just passed on. And that weekend when he was going to get buried, I was supposed to have an overtime, my first overtime during that period. And I'm explaining to the HR that I cannot take this weekend in because of my mother's business partner has passed on that day. I forgot his name. But however, he was so important to me because of he realized my mother's dream. And they were pushing together up until that day when God took him. Mohatus. Now HR refuses for me to go home. They tell me that I'm going for overtime. Saturday, overtime, I get there. I'm being asked to do stock taking. I checked the stock. I was working at Senton, at BCX. So my cubicle or my customers were McDonald's nationally. So I was supposed to be, it's a warehouse. I was supplying McDonald's with all their hardware. Whatever you find at McDonald's, your PCU systems, your scanners and everything, your card systems and everything, that comes from BCX. It's supplied nationally and so forth. I'm being asked about stock for that was lost in the year 2000. I'm working in the year 2017. I'm supposed to answer this guy. And this guy that was managing us at that time for stock taking, he's not even my manager. My manager was on leave that weekend. So this guy, we argue with Jaresh or something like that. Yeah, I still remember that name because he's the one that made me resign and realize my dream for where I am today. And I'm grateful for that. If it was not for him, I don't think I would have taken that decision to really depart the corporate world and actually start something. So long story cut short, I go back home, NPO, 6 months on the line. I start applying. I get it now, I'm new, I can research and do what. I get a tender for 3 million.
Wait. You know, you guys always shock the living daylights out of me. You resigned from your job.
Yeah, that was paying me about 9,000 rand. I only got 9,000 and 4,000 in the next month. I resigned, I started a company. This is 2018, April 14. I still remember the date when I started my company.
You resigned from a job, and then how many months later?
3 months later.
You get a tender for
3 million. That's in 2017 when I resigned.
what?
I'm telling you. 3 months down the line, I get a tender. This tender rocks up now in 2018. I must now 2018-2019 financial year, create employment for my community members in Colini.
So what was the tender for? Was it for agriculture based or what was it for?
I must create employment. EPWP, that's state sector.
EPWP. I know EPWP.
Before it was popular, I inherited from EPWP to create employment for my community. And now I'm sitting there, I have 240 people I must employ. I don't know what to do, but I'm going to do it.
Sounds like a real farmer. Yeah.
I'm going to do it. I started looking into what was happening in the demographics of my community, what must happen. Okay, I then said, okay, the students that are cleaning their own classrooms, let me then say, okay, I take their parents, employ their parents, they clean the classrooms for their learners. It's SGB. So now there's a relief fund for SGB posts and everyone who has a child in those particular schools. I then go and look in the streets. These learners are harassing shop owners, they're harassing community members as and when they go to school, as and when they come back to school. How about we create an employment of Scholar Petrol? We create Scholar Petrol employment for youth, by the way.
Brother, sounds like you were the mayor for the town, eh?
Dog, I was on some other level. I was on some other level. Now I'm showing you the development of this career of farming, where it emanated from. So it's classroom cleaning, it's Scholar Patrol. It's now, okay, these learners, my mom had this thing of saying that they are not given the amicable education that's supposed to be granted to them in these public primary schools and public high schools. She wishes that there could be some extra education provided to them, be it whether the qualified teachers or be it maybe graduates or even learners that have finished matric, so that they can excel from what they've been taught from the classroom. So I created employment again. This thing that we call teacher assistant program that is been nationally. I did that thing in 2018. It was not even there in the country. I did it in 2018 for my community. That's how it started. And this blueprint, I gave it to the sector manager to say, give me funding from the Department of Education so that this thing can grow. Unfortunately, it did not come to me, but I've seen what it had done to the entire country. Then the last one, horticulture. I expanded the horticulture from what my mother was doing to something big. We were planting vegetables with about 30 employees because of horticulture needed hands. It needs a lot of labor for you to be able to produce good quality and whatnot. Sharp, this thing is moving. Now, I'm still searching. I want more money, 3 million. By the way, that 3 million does not come into my account. It's the 3 million that I have to invoice. I pay everyone that has been employed, and then everyone gets their money, and that's it. There's no profit. It's a non-profit organization. So I look into this thing. I get more influence on media to research. I get another deal. Now it's in Sandton again. There's a program. It's an incubation program called Kingdom Business Network. The owner of that incubation program was Mr. Kambasha. He's a Nigerian. It was held at Bowman's. Bowman's, it's in the center of Sandton, next to Sandton City. Bowman's it's a law firm. So there's a boardroom in that law firm. It's a very big law firm. You must Google it. Now, I get accepted to enroll in this incubation program. It's in Sandton. I'm back in Sandton again. I said, yeah. I told him I'll resign and I'll come back here. I come back here to Sandton. So sharp. Every weekend I'm traveling from Colini to Sandton now. For 3 months. Every weekend. I was spending about 900 rand just on petrol, just to come to Sandton to get inculcated on a business mindset. Remember now, this program has been moving, but I'm not making profit. I'm not making money from this non-profit organization. It's money coming in, going out. and service delivery. Sharp. Now I feel like, okay, I can be a mayor, I can be a councillor. I'll get there one day, but I'll tell you what happened through that process. But I want to go back to the issue how I started. And the reason why I'm going back to where it started to where I am is because it's very important to see the foundation of how I got to where I got. Now, every weekend I have to spend 900. Where is this money coming from?
Because you're not making money from the NPO.
I'm not making money, but I have a company. And this company is not making money as well. It's 2018. I'm not making money. The little sense that I'm making from the NPO, I'm putting it in the business so that. And by the way, I don't have a business concept. I'm thinking tenders. I have now registered CIDBs. I have registered all sorts of things that are just taking out money. And this guy is telling me that through God, everything is possible. This is Kambasha. Have faith in the process. Success does not come to you, it goes to you. Success does not come to you, you go to it. We have this guy who's telling us scriptures. We have your TDJs coming in, speaking to us. You have your international people that you can think of that are out there. At some point, there was Mayweather who was supposed to go and fight. He wanted to invite Mayweather to come and speak to us and tell us about how success is guaranteed. It's a process. It does not come overnight. This is Kambasha to us.
These are big names, my man.
I'm telling you, I'm exposed to such things. I'm exposed to people that are making serious millions. And at that time, I'm claiming that I'm a millionaire, but a millionaire way. Let me tell you, make it, brother. Sharp, I have to think out of the box. What do I have? I said, no, I'm into agriculture. Okay, what do you have? No, man, there's this guy called Ndade Murule. Ndade Murule, the one I'm speaking about, he's Momulimi's cousin, by the way. This guy, they've been in farming for generations. He's my neighbor in Colini. So I'm like, hey, Mona, I'm now attending a program in Sentin, and it requires money, but I don't have collateral. I need to move. Can you not maybe assist me with eggs to go and sell maybe in Sentin, and then maybe perhaps let me see how can I reimburse you? He gave me a box of eggs, that guy, for 45 Rand each. That's how I started my egg business. In 2018, gave me a box of eggs. I think it was 540 if I can. I don't know. I have not calculated my. If you can calculate 545 Rand times 12. I think it's 540 if I can recall well. I remember because I said, okay, I spend 900 Rand for petrol. I take out 540. I get how much in return. This is going to give me a leverage of giving back this guy his money, and I continue with this business. Now I'll be paying off everything itself. Everything will be paying itself off, and I'll still have money for petrol. Eggs. I have pictures on Facebook in Bowman selling eggs to everyone who was in Bowman's attending this program. We were, I think, around 300 participants in Bowman's, including Mr. Kambasha himself. That's how I started.
So, wait. You were selling eggs to the very people who were training you?
To the very same people who were training me. From Colini, driving from Colini with eggs to Sentin, selling eggs. That's how I started my egg business. I was not a producer. I was a supplier. But in the books, I am the producer.
Fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it, my brother. So that's how I started. And I don't want to carry on, but I think I'll tell you where I am currently because of you asked me a question that was very important. How did I start agriculture? And that's how I started. By asking Ndade Murule to give me a box of eggs, spinach, going to resell it to the city, city people. They bought it for a particular price. Obviously, there was a markup for me to survive. And since then till now, I've never looked back. I have never looked back, and it's a very great story to tell you where I am currently.
So that's one thing I really appreciate about you farmers. Before you're a farmer, you're actually an entrepreneur. Otherwise, you're not gonna survive. So now, let's cut now to you now being an egg producer. First of all, how many houses do you have, and how many chickens do you house there?
So, before you even get to how many chicken houses I have, I started now looking into establishing my own production line. I started Googling. A chicken by then was around 120, around 2019.
Did you even know what type of chicken, or just looking for chickens in J?
I'm looking for chickens that can lay eggs. I'm sure now there's money in eggs. Yeah, there's money, there's cash flow. Like literally, eggs like a drug, my brother. Eggs are like drugs. You know how addictive drugs are. I'm addicted to my business. I'm so addicted to my business to know that I won't sleep broke. I won't wake up broke. Or maybe I can sleep broke, but in the morning, I am sure I'm guaranteed even now today I can show you how many calls I've got just requesting for eggs. And that time I knew that every weekend, I know for a fact that I can pay my petrol and. So 2019, here it goes. 2018 passed, 2019 I must expand. The program is over. These guys promised us heaven and earth. Nothing we got, nothing we received. They were now looking into mining people. They were looking now into people that are into your energy. They were looking to invest in people that were already big, not agriculture. At that time, agriculture was taken for granted. 2019 now, okay, sharp, I must put ends to meet. I then go to what we call Colony Special School. These people, I asked for land, they gave me a hectare. No go and operate. I started my horticulture there. I see chicken houses there. Hey, man, are you also producing eggs? But yes. No. Can I please listen to one of your chicken houses? But no, there's no problem. The problem is one. Not the eggs. The chicken at that time was 75 rand per chicken. Per chicken. So I made one, two. Sharpo. I bought around 200 and something chickens. My first order that I bought for my 200 and something chickens times 75. You calculate it there. Sharp. Now I'm a producer. My eggs. I'm selling for eggs for about 45, 50. At the time, 2019.
Per tray, right?
Per tray of 30 eggs. Okay, now I'm asking other producers for egg trays. I don't know anything. These are overheads that you need to know when you enter this. Remember, I did not even go to school for understanding what I'm doing currently. I understood it in the process. I was willing to take the calculated risk in order for me to profitize this business because I was already addicted to it. I'm not meaning I eat eggs. I produce eggs to make a living. And I don't want to lie. Going to 2021 elections, I had about over 100,000 rand in my account.
Just from eggs?
Just from eggs. I'm telling you, from 2019 to 2021, I had over 100,000. I'm not speaking about overheads, I'm speaking about my savings. Now, remember you said to me earlier on that at 2018, I thought I was going to be a mayor. It was a process that I was working on. Come elections. Now I'm well known in the community. There's this young fellow who can change lives. He has hired people, their mothers, their youngsters, their fathers. Everyone has been employed by me. People are going to Department of Labor to go and get UIF because of me. And the organization that I represent, which is Tuto Soraganero. They know, you know. Long story cut short, 2020, COVID, now people are panicking. Hey, businesses are closing down. Guy, not agriculture.
Yes, yeah.
That's when I started making my money, yeah. Hey, man, now we need eggs around. People cannot travel from Joburg to deliver eggs. Hey, where are you? Now I get contracts, mag and bean, spare. I supply eggs, 100,000 in the pocket, I can spend it. Elections 2021, local government elections. I supported a lot of people, a lot. Unfortunately, sometimes when you know your purpose, it's really difficult to get there because of people who are surrounding you become defiant towards your process and towards your goals because of clearly to them, if you reach there, it is because of they supported you. So they'll rather sacrifice you because of they have not realized their own purpose.
Basically, I'm hinting jealousy here.
I don't want to put it that way, but I just realized that everyone has a jealous character in them. It does not only go about your friends or go about those that are close to you, but everyone has a jealous character in them. It's just that they need to understand that certain things when we do them, we don't do them for ourselves, we do them for the masses and for the progress of our community. I was doing it for the progress of my community. I mean, any day I can just pack my bags and leave and go to another and go and start my business elsewhere, where I know that there was no one who's going to ask me questions. There's no one who's going to disturb my process. But my progress and my processes got disturbed in 2021, where now I wanted to go the political route to expand the businesses, to create more employment. I had a vision for my community in 2021. I spent that 100,000 like it was nothing because I thought that I'm investing in something that can grow my business. Unfortunately, by then, there was a guy called and something like that. He came to me, Raimona, you are such a great seed that needs to decide whether it goes to politics or it goes to business. But you have to choose because of, clearly you cannot do the two because of, I know for a fact that you're going to lose money in politics. And I know for a fact you're going to make a success in business. I lost 100,000 like it was like a rand buying chappies. I lost my elections, 3 votes to the opposition. I was on the billboard of that political organization thinking that I've made it, spending like there's no tomorrow. And then, yeah, it hit hard. I had to go to Durban was the next day after I received my results. Durban too, spending the rest of the money just to recoup and say, you know what, it was, you tried. You showed them that you can assist them and elevate them, but go back and find yourself. Find your feet. There's nothing as difficult as finding your feet after you have fallen. But there's a video that I have that says, Mona go totora. How why am I now? Totora. Every man after you fall, there's nothing as difficult as just standing up again on your feet and just dusting off the dust. Because of course, the process you must fall. But to get where you are, or to get where you want to go, you must be able to tell that sad story that when I thought I had made it, and that was not the destination, there's still another chapter to open. Sharp, 2021 passes, 2022 goes in. I focus now on my business. I need money. I'm broke now. I'm broke. I'm broke. Sharp. My sister gives me about 15. There's one of the richest farmers in Colini, Mr. Fine Casten as well. He had also his own sad story to tell, but I speak to this guy, he gives me another 10. And he was thinking that I'm going to spend this money on myself. Now I have 15 plus 10, 25. I'm going back. I know how I made that money again. I lost the money that I knew how to make it.
Yeah.
Went back 200 chickens again. Now the chickens are around 120, 2022. Hey, it's costly. But remember, in this business that you are in, it's not about the chickens that matters. It's about the feed. The overhead that is much expensive there in our poultry business is the feed. I can get chickens. It's cheap. You can get chickens even day olds. You can get 6-week-olds. The overhead that is much expensive is the feed. I've never bought feed for less than 300. If maybe I bought feed in 2019, maybe it was about 275. I don't have my invoices by then. But now I'm buying feed for about 355, 17 cents per bag. You ask me about chicken, how many chicken houses? I'm going there. That's why I wanted to show you this thing.
A bag is what? How many kilograms?
50 kg. So now per house, I'm housing about 400 chickens. I have about 3 chicken houses. The third one that I'm building currently, I wanted to actually grow my own chickens. But my supplier says to me, nah, dog, you're already suffering to sustain your current business in terms of feed. Imagine what it's going to do to you if you want to put in your younger chickens just by point of lace. That's what I bought yesterday, by the way. So yeah, 2022, I get back into the business again. First chicken house. Overheads around 10,500, 10,000 per month. I spend about 10,000 rand, 10,500. My turnover at that time, I think it was about 25,000 rand. I'm taking about 10,000 home. I know how to make this money around a year.
That's actually not bad. That's not bad numbers.
Nah, it's not, but for me, it's
from 100,000 to that. Okay, fine. That's
finding my feet again now. Relationships, Tony. It's part of life. I'm pushing my business. Pushing my business. Then 2 years, same year, my MEC calls me. We go to Sun City. MEC Desbomo Hono calls me. Calls Ipileng Kwadi. Calls Neoli Buru, calls Thabo Makoa. We there at the end of the day. She says to me, hey guys, There's an organization called Yard that I once pushed, and I need you guys to revive it. I've identified you guys based on your progress individually. I know that government has not supported you guys, but it's up to you guys to unite yourselves and tell your own story of where you started and where you guys are going. You're one of the most youngest prominent farmers. Pusha, go to your different districts. So Northwest has about 5 districts, 4. Ngaka Mudrimlema, Bojanala, Dr. RSM, and Dr. KK. Ne? So now we have to go back to the drawing board. How do we then organize ourselves in order for us to be able to push this thing, narrative, MEC. But along the way, before we even speak about 2022 now, I'm envisaged with pressure from the MEC that I've been identified as one of the youngest farmers who are trying to get to the promised land that it said it's there. I must now expand.
With what money, bro?
Look, there's no government focus. With me now, remember I've been disappointed by government. I've been disappointed by government officials. I've been disappointed by so many people that I don't even believe anymore in anyone but myself. But now I need to say, by the time that the Yard is realized, it's working. Then now must be able to tell my story. That's why I'm here, by the way.
Of course, bro. So many people recommended you, by the way. Yo.
You see, so now I'm on my 3rd house. Hey, I'm on my 3rd house. My overheads is no longer 10.5. Feed right now, it's about 355 rand 11 cent with that. Per house, I'm spending about 3 bags. So the ones that came in yesterday, they were about 400. So there's support as well that I must also speak about. Not only sad stories. Remember now, 2022. It's 2022, I think 2022. I apply again. Remember when you are at your lowest, you must go back to the drawing board. You must.
Everything is an option when you're there. Like when you're down there, you're like, no, everything is an option. So at that time, the business is running, but
I now remember I got my 10 and my 15 from my sister and this prominent business owner. I then go to National Youth Development Agency. I met a guy called Sfi Somlimi, and there was this lady. I always forget her name. Before then, this lady I met her through this incubation programs I'm doing. When I was an activist. I was not a politician. Now I think I don't even know politics. I'm an activist. That time, I was at my prime, bruh. I was at my prime. I remember those pictures. I had about 300 learners, youngsters, who were coming for this program that I did with NYDA. And that's when maybe Len and I started looking into NYDA. Or they said that they have funding programs. Let me apply. Then I applied. They gave me about 50 grand. I pushed. By the way, I'm no longer in the threshold of 50 grand. I just recently got my 100K from NYDA. And when I said to my then girlfriend, I said to her, where I started from with NYDA to where I'm going, I'm telling you, if I get that 100 grand, the following year after I get that 100 grand, I'll be a millionaire. Next year, this time, if I want to be a millionaire, you must call me. I'm saying this based on the work ethic that I've put on into my business and to where I've seen my books are at this present moment. I'm not even close to $1 million. I'm saying that I've put so much foundation on my business that even if you can kill me now, like I am here right now, I'm far away from my business, 3 hours away. There's no call that is going to disturb me saying, oh, your chicken has died. Opa. There's people that I've invested in knowledge, empowering, motivating, showing them what I expect from them. And they have to be paid at the end of the day. What I took from Sentin Kambasha Bowman, he said, if you cannot be away from your business for 3 weeks and then it does not survive, it doesn't want to survive anyway, even if you have still there. So I'm telling you, first, I'm telling you, next year, this time, you must interview me again. I'll come with my statement and I'll put it on the table. And I'll show you already. Because now you must remember, when they give you, so to who much is given, much is expected. You cannot invest 100,000 in me or on me and then expect already I'll produce again 100,000 when you come and audit me after a year. That's insane. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. So even if there are people that disappointed me, even if the journey with NYDA was not easy, and they know it was not easy. They know. But today I speak highly of them because of I am who I am because of National Youth Development Agency. And I am going to be who I am because of National Youth Development Agency. They must just not be biased moving forward with other people. They must just be frank and accept what is being given to them because our businesses are different. You have your people in agriculture, you have people in energy, you have people in construction and so forth. Our statements will never be the same. Our up and downs will never be the same. Our graphs will never be the same. But at the end of the day, if you see progress, give them an opportunity. So today I have about 3 houses, housing about 400 per chicken, 400 chickens per house. Overheads have changed. They changes. They changes. So I have about, through Agrisita. Oh, thank you very much, Agrisita. I'm empowering learners through Agrisita for the past 2 years. Same thing that I did in 2018 with what you call this department, Public Works. This time around, it's no longer about those, it's about agriculture. So I've been teaching them about plant production since last year till this year. 20 last year, 20 this year, and this year's group is something else. It's something that already tomorrow I can put them there and say, you want to start your own business. I can recommend that you take these 3, go and hire them in your farm. You'll never go wrong. That's how much progress I'm making even in my community. Not because of the failures that I received that maybe I have neglected those things that I always wanted to do. I'm doing them while I'm making money. That's what's important.
You know, Tibos, listening to you here, I see Hore. I'm going to explain now what people always say to me on comments. There's no opportunities. Nobody wants to invest in us. The government is useless. But your story is completely different, my man.
There is ups and downs.
Yes, there's ups and downs. But one thing I like about your story is that you didn't follow the narrative for, but useless. You still went and tried. I mean, you got funding from NYDA. There was a point where the government was working with you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's one thing I like about your story, which is unique. You never followed the narrative. You're like, you know what? Let me just apply. The worst that can happen is for them to say no. And you'll be surprised at how many people want to help you. All you have to do is just put up your hand. So let's talk now about the business. Now you tell me about a millionaire. Now, okay, fine. I don't contest that. But to get to $1 million, my man, you obviously there's steps you need to take, right? So let's talk about the actual business now. You said that you were making quite a lot of money with eggs. I mean, you're at 100K. Okay, let's talk about the egg making process. What were some of the challenges you were going through at that time? And also, as an egg farmer, what are the challenges you're facing? Because it's not just about the money coming in. So you talked about overheads. What else?
Yeah, so let me tell you one thing about eggs, about the poultry business itself. There is what we call biosecurity. That is very much important when you start your poultry business or even any agricultural business. Now, biosecurity is something that needs to be taken into consideration because of you don't want viruses, you don't want losses. It's a plain blueprint that you need to follow. When you want to start a poultry business, you need to establish a location. Very, very much important location that is very far away from domestical movement, very far away from noise because of those things are very fragile. If you have maybe raised a child on your own, I had the privilege to do that. I have a young, handsome boy that I make sure that, even next month, by the way, I make sure that I am not an absent father. And I understand the poultry business also wants you to be a very present owner. If you're not a present owner, then you must have the skills to have, to push you. Because with all this money, it's not because of, I was actively speaking the way you want to. No, it's hard work. It's hard work. In the morning, when I wake up, I pray. There's no farmer who is successful who does not pray. Give me that farmer, and then I will tell you where he's lying. There is somewhere that he knows that faith is the optimal success for any agricultural person. Because without faith, for say, you will go crazy. You will go crazy.
That's true.
I pray, I go to my chicken houses. When I get there, when I open the chicken houses, you will hear the melody of those chickens. Opening the curtains, by the way. Remember its location. After location, you need to set up your chicken house. Your chicken house, whether you put it your bricks or your zinc, doesn't matter. It has to have a foundation. You put in your foundation, whether it's 13 meters. Remember now, this one that I'm speaking about is not automated. I'm gonna get there. And when I make that million, I'll be telling you, I took that million, converted into an automated chicken house. Even if it's one that can house about 40,000 chickens, it's fine. But I know that million will turn into millions, and that's what I'm going for next year. So, yeah, your chicken houses must have ventilation for the chickens to be able to breathe, for those dust particles to also go out. So my chicken houses have curtains. I have one zinc, the other one it's bricks. The other one that I just recently built, it's also bricks. So outside the chicken houses, what you need to have, you have a food bath. Your food bath, it's part of your biosecurity. You disinfect yourself, your feet when you enter. Usually when I used to do it alone, it was much easier. I would just have my boots inside one of the chicken houses, the first chicken house that I will open up, take out my boots, just disinfect it, take out my shoes that I'll be wearing coming into there, put the boots in, or put the boots on, go inside the chicken houses. Before I even feed, I take out the eggs, I put them into egg trays. To what? To minimize breakages. Remember, if the chickens did not roll out the egg, because of my chicken houses, how they are, the cages, it's a cage, I'm housing about 5 chickens per cage. And then underneath, there's like a steep SF where the eggs will roll out, and then they will be there where I can easily pick them up and then put them in the egg trays. If it does not roll out, I need to put in my hand underneath
and get the egg.
But now the challenge is this: should you not do that, take out the eggs first and you feed your chickens. They get excited when you feed them. They will start doing what? Stepping on the chicken or on the eggs. They have sharp nails. They are beaks also. Sometimes if you don't debeak them, they can also eat on your production. So you lose a lot of production while excited to feed your chickens. No, feeding is the last thing on your mind, Emil. What is important is to calculate how many eggs you have on a particular day, vis-a-vis how many chickens you have in a particular chicken house. Now, as farmers, you look at the percentage. You say roughly about 90% production level is good. It's excellent. You don't say because I have 400 chickens, I'm gonna have 400 eggs. Nah, you say 400 divided by 90%, it's about 360 eggs. That you maybe perhaps you're estimating per chicken house. Yeah, that's a goal. Every morning when I enter my chicken houses, my goal is 360 eggs plus. If I get maybe 360, and by the way, they don't all lay at the same time.
Yeah, I was just about to ask that.
They don't all lay at the same time. Maybe in the morning, if you show, okay, in the morning when I enter around, okay, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, depends. But your feeding must be accurate. You cannot feed your chickens today at 12 o'clock. It's part of bio, by the way. You can't feed your chickens at 12 o'clock today, tomorrow you feed them at 4. The next day you feed them, you want to change the whole cycle of the production. So between 7 and 9, or even earlier, but not later than 9, I make sure that if I am there, they don't get fed later than 9. If it's my employees feeding them, because sometimes I give them a day off, they know 8 o'clock they must all be at work. They feed my chickens exactly the way they're supposed to feed them. Or is it 0.112 grams per chicken? That's about 50 kg for 400 chickens per day. Per day is 355 rand, 11 cents per day per chicken house. Times 3, times 7, times 30. You'll calculate. That's like
it sounds like you're losing money, yeah?
No. To whom much is given, much is expected. Remember, now I'm addicted. Even if I can make 50 rand profit, I'll always be remaining there. But at the moment, I'm not even making. I'm making profit first. I don't want to speak my numbers. You're not here for numbers. I'm saying to you, interview next year about numbers, only specifically about numbers, and I'll tell you why am I saying that. I'm saying that because of sometimes we look at our progress based on productivity and not based on quantity. I'm not doing anything anymore for fun. For me to be here, it took me a lot of money. Took me time to be here. And it is an investment for me, because if I say to you when I got into this, I remember in 2014 when Casper Nyovest was interviewed on Your TV. If you still remember, if Your TV still, I don't know if Your TV is still there. He said that I knew that day will come for me to come and tell my story. And I don't want to lie. I'm telling you, I knew that this day today will come. And ever since that he spoke on that UTV, Casper Nyovest has never been the very same person. And I know going back home, by the way, you know how I came here? Because of my vehicle is being utilized koplasi or koploto. How do I take what is an asset to the business to go and invest on this is an investment for me, for my business as well. And hence go I get a buruaka. Next day when you interview me, I'll be here. I bought it cash, GD6, through my hard work, Poultry. So Shapo, you take out your eggs. After taking out your eggs, you look water. Remember, the egg is not produced by a rooster and a hen. The egg is produced by the water and the feed. So after you take out the eggs that was produced by these chickens from the process that you undertook yesterday, you now do the very same thing that you did yesterday, today. Check your nipples. Are they all coming out water? If not, you take out the nipple, you unblock the nipples, you even suck that nipple yourself, if you understand what I'm speaking about.
Yeah, this is the water nozzle basically.
Yes. You put it back in, you continue, look which ones did not eat their feed. There's a problem. Remember, if there's no water, the process of the feed going into the system and being digested in order for it to process an egg, it's not going to take place. They're going to eat feed a bit, but they will not be able to digest it and process the feed and for it to be able to turn into an egg. So now you need to go back, check again, or what is the problem? Is it the water issue or are they sick? Something very much important. And again, by the way, that I did not mention, color is also important in the chicken houses.
Color?
Color, what you wear.
Are you serious?
I'm telling you. My employees, I've had so many employees go to chicken houses. I started off with blue overalls. Now I changed blue overalls. I've turned them into brown overalls, as you can see that. Everything is branded now. So they wear brown overalls. The feeder and the people that clean my chicken houses, they wear brown throughout. Even myself, I do not enter my chicken houses wearing a gray shirt or a blue shirt, because of now it will disturb the production cycle of those chickens. It disturbs, it gives them stress.
Wait. The color of your clothes
matters.
It matters. It can give chickens stress.
Yes.
So therefore, they can't produce eggs.
Yes, they do never. By even moving your chicken from one cage to another, it disturbs the production.
Yeah.
By feeding the chicken later than the actual time, like I said, it's between any time before 9. Now at least it's my own chicken. I feed the sharp and I stress, but I know it's wrong. It must be just after 8. But remember, there's that process of checking the nipples. That's why I get by 9 o'clock, at least latest, I must have fed my chickens. If I do not feed my chickens at the right time, it disturbs the production level. If I don't feed my chickens on a particular day, whether be it today or whether be it tomorrow or whether be it next week, any day they do not eat, it disturbs the production. And don't think, it disturbs the production today and then tomorrow they will take out 7 days, 2 weeks.
So
it goes back to 0.
So one mistake in J can set you back for 2 weeks in terms of production.
Yeah.
So if I rock up with this shirt, the Josh chicken house is not gonna work.
I'm sure me and you will end up in the court.
That's interesting, eh?
Yeah. So that's how I'm telling you, Gere, I'm a present father to my child. And if it was not for these chickens, I don't think maybe I would have taken the advantage of being present to my child, because of I want my child to, if not become me, be a better version of me, because of, hey, I know for a fact already he needs this direction. So yeah, after doing that, you fed your chickens, it's water. When they enter, like yesterday, first.
Who, the workers?
No, the chickens. When you are now housing them, I remember I bought new chickens again.
Yeah, I was gonna get back to that. So you bought new chickens now. Please tell me the process. If you bought new chickens now, do you just bring them in and integrate them with the rest, or what's the process?
Coming here I was so excited. I was so excited that I even had to leave yesterday. Unfortunately, the delivery guy came in very late. I thought maybe he was gonna arrive earlier, so that I can make my way to Pretoria earlier, rest and what. I didn't do anything. I left around Colini around 3:45. The chickens arrived around 20:4. So I only had 5 minutes interaction with the chickens, interaction with my workers. Okay, guys.
You know you could have cancelled this, right?
Yeah,
you know that, right? I don't want to be responsible for you losing your business.
No. I'm showing you, when you're a business owner, if you say that you're a business owner, not an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur, you can do all sorts of things without even employing anyone. A business owner means that you put bread on the table for people. And if I say that I have employees, I must entrust them with the responsibility that I would have taken by myself. So there was no way that I was going to postpone this monumental position that you have given me. This
monumental
platform.
Do you guys hear that? Monumental.
I was not gonna ever cancel that appointment, because it's not for everyone. Not everyone has an opportunity to be where I am, where I'm seated. Maybe even the likes of those that have sat here, they never even believed that they would have sat here. And I'm so grateful for the platform. I'm so grateful for the opportunity. But my chickens was not gonna stop me to be here, because they can be replaced, but time can never be replaced. As I was saying, the chickens arrive. Looking at the time, I have to hitchhike. Pretoria. My friend calls, Dimpo Kawa. I don't know, he was once here as well.
Yeah, he's a regular. I call him almost every week.
Yeah. He calls and he says like, hey Muna, where are you? I did not even do my errands today. How far are you? Grandma, I'm not even left. You are mad. 4 o'clock. You're not even getting more. It's not even 4. It's about 20 to 4. I'm just waiting for my chickens to arrive, just to see them. And then I'll be on my way. And I saw my chickens very healthy. I took them out. I looked at them. The legs were yellow. I like the yellow fitted brown lowman chickens. Oh, look who's calling. This guy was my supplier for horticulture vegetables. He's out of business. He's calling me. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, let's continue. So my employee comes, the one that I know, that I trust him with everything. He comes in, and I think that he's gonna be reinstated when the program ends. He's gonna be working for me for life, unless otherwise he will do something dodgy. Yeah, but I trust him a lot. He arrives. He has never received chickens. All the chickens houses that are there that he's been managing, he found them already housed. All of those chickens have been received by me. I've done all the process by myself. Then we had to change old chickens to the other chicken houses so that these new ones can have a clean chicken house. Now, what do you do? Before they arrive, you must clean. You must disinfect. People think disinfecting, you must call Alibaba. Hey, you must go to China, get fumigation system. No. Madobola or Jace fluid. You know, warm water, take your broom, you brush the chicken house on the floor, the walls, the roof. You take your cloth, you mop, you wipe the chicken cages. One by one, you take out the feeders, you clean them. Because if you don't know the virus that your chickens are having, that might even affect these younger ones. Because these younger ones are coming from another farm. You get a supplier who brings in these chickens. These chickens have been on the floor. They've been free-ranging up until point of lay, 17 weeks, 18 weeks. From there now, you are the one who's taking them into cages. they have not been exposed to cages. It's a new environment. 100%. There's nothing that they know. And remember, even they feed on pellets. And different feed, by the way. Pellets grower or pellet finisher. I'm feeding them layer feed, layer mesh, or a layer pellet for them to eat, to digest, to produce eggs. It's going to take me about 2 weeks, 3 weeks for them to start producing eggs and then pullets. So you disinfect. When you house them, my chicken cages are so big that they can house 5 in each. Something that we forgot to do, and I forgot to tell him. But I told this guy day before yesterday, when we were moving other chickens to you see, we have moved these chickens. We're gonna lose production. We're not gonna produce as often as big as we always do. But please, here's a stress pack. One of the essential vitamins that a poultry farmer knows already.
What is a stress pack?
It's a vitamin that boosts the energy and reduces the stress
of the
for the chickens, for them to really minimize all these sorts of things that they might come across, and obviously go back to normality and be able to produce. So we'll speak more about stress pack some other day. Shapo, this guy, I'm sleeping. I'm in Pretoria now. I get now the chickens already housed yesterday. We did everything. We disinfected, we cleaned. Chickens are housed now. I'm sleeping. I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. 3. First thing on my mind, that this guy post respect. Because of if you don't, they can die.
They can die, yeah.
Oh, no, Sayora. I didn't sleep ever since 3 o'clock. Trying to get hold of this guy up until 6 o'clock in the morning. He calls back, hey, man, how are you? Get a sharp. Kere, did you pour hoy in just respect in Jack? I don't know, you didn't tell me.
Yo.
From 6 to 8, my legs were shivering like this.
And you spend quite a lot of money on those chickens, right?
59,000 rand.
Oh, dear
For
Lord.
400. My brother, leaving eating, I could not even eat this morning. I don't know, you didn't tell me. I showed you, my brother, 2 days ago that when you move chickens, when you what stress pack? What stress pack? If you stress pack.
You see, this is another reason why you're here, to educate people also, because I didn't know there's such a thing called stress pack. I knew about the disinfecting, but I didn't know this. That's why I asked you, what is the stress pack?
Essential. It's the first vitamin that you give chickens when you house them. Even your broilers, when you put your day old, stress pack.
Yeah.
Hey, Sharpo. So I'm like, okay, when you enter at work, and he's an early comer. Today, this guy arrives around past 8 at work. He comes to knock at my door.
Well, that's the thing, the boss is not there.
Then Sharp, he enters the Kerema, can I just listen to the sound? Because also the sound matters. You know that? If it's too hot, they make a different sound. If they're hungry, there's a different sound. I don't know how to explain the sound, eh? But, okay, when they're hungry, they'll be restless. You'll see they'll be restless. Okay, this guy is arriving, we're going to eat. If it's too hot, you will see them opening their beaks, taking out their tongue as if they are snakes.
I've seen it with cattle.
Yeah.
I've seen it with cattle.
That or it's too hot, or they're thirsty. If they're happy, there's this melody. Yeah. Once they do that, it's so few. Like my heart melts. Then I said, okay, I can't video call you. It's fine. Open the chicken houses. Open the curtains. I want to hear the noise. Okay, they are hungry. Okay. Look.
Wait.
I'm telepathy now. I'm telepathy.
Okay, this interview is just taking a whole different turn now.
I'm telepathy.
You are 3 hours away from your farm. There was a problem. And you sorting out the problem by listening to the sounds of the chickens.
Yes.
Okay.
That's how amazing and how addictive I am to these chickens. You can give me $1 million now. I can make it 10 billion. 3 chickens. Because I understand what I'm doing. And it's so heartbreaking that our government that we love so much cannot see the love that we have for our businesses and cannot invest in ours.
Yeah,
we apply to a point that our pens even finish. We apply to a point that even our laptops crash. We apply so much to a point that we are so tired to apply that we just even want to stop applying and just focus on what we have and appreciate what we have, because of what we have is what we can bet on. Because you cannot bet on something that you don't have. But one thing I can tell you about our government that has done, the previous MEC of Agriculture Northwest, Mr. Doctor, by the way, she just got a doctorate in agriculture last week. Dr. Thabo Makoa, the current speaker of Legislature of Northwest. She said to us when she launched us, I remember she's the one that recruited us in 2022. Last year when we launched the yard, after, you must know it was a very difficult journey for us to organize these young people.
Dimpo actually did say.
It was very difficult. It was difficult. Very, very difficult. She said, no, now you have been organized. You have organized yourselves. It's good. Now we need you to go through a process of education to say that we know agriculture has money. But once that money comes, will you be able to sustain and maintain and use it accordingly? Not for yourself, but for food security. That lady loves food security with her whole heart. Now I'm telling you today, one day, God willing, that lady will be the Minister of Agriculture in South Africa. Rest be assured. We are now, if I can just tap into yard a bit. When she said that, she said, I am making a vouch to you guys that I'm going to take you guys to school. As a young farmer in Youth in Agriculture Northwest, we have 40 participants who are participating in what we call FS, Financial Systems or Financial Studies, in Northwest University Business School. 40 young farmers in all districts have been participating in this program for the past 2 months. We are finishing now in December, 29 November. We'll be finishing our studies. We've been learning about entrepreneurship, business studies. We've been learning about financial management. And I don't want to lie, ever since I have learned what is an asset. Okay, I knew that, but you forget these things, especially when you're in the space of money. As long as it's cash flow. If I can buy Hennessy today, I can buy tomorrow. It's fine. I can buy feed. Those things, they don't matter. But once you are in that space and that quagmire of financial input, money just coming in, you need to just go back and say, Raymond, now I'm being carried away with utilization of money. How best can I maybe just go back and know, okay, assets, liabilities, owners, equity, what is an input, what is an output, what is an overhead. Those things, we've been learning them together. I'm not saying this is the only 40 group that is part of YAD. We have a footprint in the entire province. Our membership is around 196. It's a lot of people, and it's very difficult to manage these people. We fight a lot, but I don't want to lie, I will never choose any battle than this battle, because this battle is about, okay, are you there? No, I'm not there because of government. I'm going there because of I'm hardworking. Don't think that because of I am where I am, because of the MEC sent me here. No, it's my hard work that brought me here. So those elements. But one thing I can not take away from government that it's done for us is to take us to school, to the Northwest University Business School, and I'm sure that will never disappoint the investment that the government has done for the collective. That's something for sure.
Thibo's my man. Let's wrap this up. This was a nice interview. I can talk with you all day. Yeah. So let's wrap this up. I mean, you basically told me from the get-go that you've had opportunities given to you, né? And you were clever enough to take them. So to the young person sitting there now who basically wants to start, because I always say, hey, to everybody who's out there who wants to be like you, no. Today we're talking about that young person who wants to start. What advice do you have for this person?
Start what? Start poultry. Poultry is a very expensive commodity. Very, very expensive. Very. You know, I could take my grocery money just to go and buy feed for my chickens. And they will never ask me why go home and it's normal. Or go to the shops, other shops, and go and ask, the money I have today is only for feed. Just give me 1, 2, 3 basics so that I can go and eat at home. It comes to that point where obviously you miscalculated, and then you end up going to the drawing board to say, okay, how do I just survive for the sake of these chickens? Because without those chickens, you won't survive. So if you want to start poultry, please make sure, number one, that you have enough time. Now, time is something very much important in poultry. If you have the time, you must have the basic financial capital to be able to sustain it. Because of it does not come easy. Feed is expensive. We applaud Donald Trump for even winning elections currently. One thing that he said in his campaign was that if I win the elections in America, I will end the war between Russia and Ukraine.
And because that's killing our farmers in terms of
the feed and fertilizers.
And
so, so we hope that he will man up to his words, that today he's going to be celebrating during his 100 days this war between Ukraine and Russia ends, so that we can really minimize the costs around our feed and so forth. Yeah, so you start invest in feed. There's no production or there's no productivity within your poultry business without feed. And feed is the highest and most expensive overhead that you can ever have, because that's the basic asset of your business. And then, I don't want to speak about customers and markets. I'm fine. That's my secret. Where am I selling my eggs? That's my secret. Who's giving me...
Yeah, but you need a market, right?
You need a market. You need a market. It's not easy. Yesterday, I just got a call from my previous customer who just called and said, I'm now in charge of making the orders. Are you ready for me? And I said, I am now today housing more than 2 houses. I'm housing my 3rd house. So I'm more than ready for you. So anyone there as well who really wants a supply of eggs, as much as I am a small-scale farmer, I know I can make it. We'll just have to have an agreement to say how best we work together. But I have never disappointed anyone because of the quality that I produce. It's out of this world. I so wish that I would have brought my eggs. Unfortunately, like I hide in Chaka.
That's easy. No, I'm not stressing. No, we're planning to come to your farm.
Yeah, it's a plot. It's a plot. I'm leasing it from the local school there. But that school, if it was not for it, I wouldn't have been as well where I am. But I'm so grateful for the support they gave me. I was speaking to the principal yesterday as well, and the area manager. He asked me, the area manager, to say, Mona, do you pray? That's the last thing you can ask me about. Oh, okay, do you believe in ancestors? I just had my ancestral ceremony last week, Saturday. So even your son was there, sir. He wasn't even aware. No, that's a great start. If you can acknowledge the spirits that you cannot see, then you will go for Eitara.
Thanks for coming through, Tibos, my man. I'm inspired.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
You know, every time I sit on this desk, I get blown away. I mean, someone can know what is going on with these chickens just by the sound. Just by the sound. If that's not dedication by Fetu, then I don't know what is. Thank you so much, guys, for coming through to Ama Fama. Please keep on supporting us in our socials. Hey, TikTok is on fire. Hey, guys, TikTok is on fire. But by the way, please go to Facebook and all the other platforms and catch us again on the next one. Sharp.